Hello, hello! I'm very glad you are here. I'm very glad to be here too. I was gone for a week, which in internet terms means I was dead. Excuse me. I have to remember how to do this. Thank you very much for being here. Hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. Is that still okay for everybody? I hope so. It's a little distracting for me. You didn't know I went to Canada? Well, I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. But yes, I went to Canada. It was amazing. And good. Sounds good. That's good. I'm glad. But yeah, I spent, let's think, 6 days in Vancouver in British Columbia. And it was wonderful. I loved it. Sorry, I was drawing this as I was like warming up. While I was away on my trip, I caught a bad case of labubu fever. They're kind of all over the city. Everybody seemed, not everybody, obviously, but like a lot of people had them. It made me want them, or at least, you know, it seemed that way. It's like when you see a red car and then you notice every other car is red because you keep looking for it, right? But yeah, that was the other exciting news of the day. After I got back from my trip, I was like, I want a labubu. I want to get myself a labubu. So I looked on Facebook Marketplace because I was not interested in like lining up at an exclusive store the day before they announced they're dropping labubus and standing in line for an hour in the heat or stalking the website on. I'm too worn for that. Too worn down for that. So I said, I just want one. I'm not like gonna go crazy. And I liked the set, have a seat where they're all sitting. Because they're cute. And some of them have cute faces. And so I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found one. And the lady was like, I'll give it to you today. And I was like, bet. I'll be there. So now I'm a labubu mother. I'm a changed bear. I've been to Canada. And I have a labubu. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh boy. That's what they all say before they come swallowed whole by the labubus. Look, I know, okay. That's crazy. Twitch won't let you watch me on the app. That's lame. Boo. I'm sorry about that. It keeps erroring out. No. What error are you getting? I lowered my bit rate and everything to hopefully make it better. Uh-oh, something went wrong. Well, it sure did. I guess. Well, shoot, I wish I could help you fix it. I'm so sorry. This stupid app sometimes is amazing. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm sorry. Can you hear me, though? You just can't see? Can at least watch on desktop. Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry that's giving you trouble. But yeah, I have my one labubu, and I'm done. I'm out. I'm out of the game. I'm not gonna get swallowed whole. I promise. I can't, yeah, Gigi La Boo Boo! She's so cute. It's really stupid, like, how happy it made me. Because, like, the lady had a whole set. And she was like, oh, I did this with my daughter, and she wanted the pink one, so we bought the whole box just to make sure she got that one, and then we're, you know, just selling the rest at normal price, and, so yeah. No, I did not get it in Canada. I got it at home. I saw a million Labubu's, which is an exaggeration. I saw a bunch of Labubu's on vacation. And then we got home and my body is still in, you know, West Coast time. So I couldn't sleep last night. And I said, what if Labubu? What if Labubu? And so I Labubu'd. And yeah. It was a very lucky Facebook Marketplace find. Anyway, I love her. She's very silly and cute. And I what if Labubu, right? What if Labubu? So yeah, I can finally quiet the brain worms. The voice inside screaming, "Get a Labubu, get a Labubu." And now my brain feels at peace again. Oh man. Temporarily stop. It's just one. It's only gonna be one. She's my one and only. The capitalism brain bug. I know. It's bad. I don't know what my Labubu's name is yet. They all have names in each series. Because, you know, it's a blind box and each color is like a different little guy. My little guy's name is like Sissy or Cece, but I don't want it to be named Cece. This one, I don't know what she will be named yet. Yeah, they do all have names. Some of them are pretty silly. There's a gray one. Cece is my friend's name. Yeah. I also know people named Cece, and it's kind of like when you meet a dog with the same name as, okay, it's far less dramatic than like an actual dog, but like I've met dogs that have the same name as my family members. It's kind of funny. It's a weird experience to be like, oh, that's my human relative's name. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna name my Labubu yet. I'm still thinking. Excuse me, took a sip of my coffee. my mom will go nuts. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be I'm sorry. I don't know why that happens sometimes. When I drink, the tracking gets kind of messed up. Only when I have to take a sip of something like not from a straw, like I have to tilt the cup back, you know? Oh my god. Anyway, I'm so glad you guys are here. Hi, Forik! No, it still won't let you watch. That's ridiculous. I'm so sorry. I hope you have a good day too. Man, I don't know what's up with that. How strange. But yeah, so got my Labubu. Can finally quiet the brain worms. I'm gonna try not to let the capitalism brain bug keep biting me. And if I do, no, I can't. I cannot. Did you clip me? Oh my god! I'll check that out later. I've been clipped! you. Thank you. I'm gonna take another sip of coffee. Hold on. Let's see what we get. Yep, that's odd. That's a weird one. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, okay. I'm so excited to tell you guys about my trip. It was so much fun. I've had a crush on a squish on the country of Canada for a really long time. The deep dark history is that back in the day when Hitalia was around. Oh, Canada. Yeah. Yeah, of course I'm gonna tell this part. It's very important to the story. So young anime fans, who knew Hitalia? My friend group would assign everyone a character. It was like, okay, this person's Italy, this person's Britain, this person, me, Canada. Yeah, the word crush in this context is definitely not in regard to the character from Italia. No. But anyway, yeah, so I was Canada. I was deemed Canada. I was assigned Canada. Because I was really quiet and shy. But anyway, ever since I was like, actually, Canada seems cool. It's got very pretty nature and assigned Canada at birth. Exactly. Yes. So being assigned Canada at birth, I was like, oh man, it'd be really cool to go to Canada someday. And so many years later, I finally went, and it was amazing, and it was everything I hoped, and I loved it, and I really want to go back. So we spent, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be drawing too. That's okay. Gosh, it's gonna be hard to talk and draw at the same time, isn't it? But that's the whole point. I'm supposed to be practicing. This is a skill that needs to be developed here. Maybe I'll doodle some of the things I'm explaining. So we flew in on Sunday last week. That's what airplanes look like. Doodle myself doodling. I can do that. Bet. That's blush. You're right. That is blush. Majestic Sky Whale. Yep. So we took the Majestic Sky Whale all the way up to Canada. That looks like this. Anyhow, we went to Vancouver, which is just gorgeous. I'm here, but I won't answer too much because I too am drawing. That's wonderful. That's actually pretty accurate. Thank you. I tried. So yes, we took the Majestic Sky Blahage all the way to to Vancouver. My flight was at like 5 or 6 in the morning or something, and so got to the airport at like 4 a.m. And so naturally doing so means we're just not sleeping. And if you know one thing about me, is that I like to sleep. I need to sleep. And if I don't sleep, I develop a condition called IBS, which is short for irritable bowel syndrome. Irritable bowel syndrome, you see, makes me impossible to be around. Just absolutely insufferable. And so my travel day to Vancouver was a wreck. Lots of flying, lots of layovers, irritable the whole time. But it's fine because Canada was waiting for me on the other side of the border. And so after staying up all night and having, a couple naps on the planes and stuff, it was okay. When we arrived in Canada, who was there to greet me but the warm and loving open arms of Tim Horton, where I received my first coffee. The Tim Horton, that's right. Timmy H. Oh my gosh, and thank goodness because I desperately needed it. I also got some, their donut holes are called Timbits. Did I also know they're in the US? No! I did not know that. I thought the whole point was that it was a Canadian wonder. But I guess that's fine. Some in the Midwest is getting locations. Oh, I see. And yes, I absolutely did get the bits. I got the Timbits. Bits. I was completely exhausted and had no brain power left, so I got a 20-pack of bits because I was like, yeah, I'll definitely eat all these. Spoiler alert, I did not eat all of the bits before they went stale. I did eat most of them, though. I did get through most of them. Yes, bits are indeed the Munchkin equivalent. But they have like a variety of them. So they have like a wheat one and they have like a cakey one. They have like honey ones. Those were really good. I know I'm a bear, but like the honey ones were really good. And they had a cakey one with like sprinkles. It was very cute and yummy. And so that was my first meal in Canada was Tim Hortons and Timbits. So after we, had our Timmies, great start, absolutely. Went to our Airbnb, got some groceries at a Save On Foods, the grocery store called Save On Foods. It was quite nice. We stayed in a really cute little city, I guess, like in the Vancouver metro area. And everything was like so nice and pretty and like walkable, and they had pretty gardens and the weather was perfect, and I just I loved it so much. Looking for houses around there, yeah, they're so cute. I would literally live in the little basement Airbnb that we had tomorrow. I'd move there tomorrow. Yes, a walkable city, kind of, sort of. Like, it's still definitely car dependent, but like everybody was out there walking. There was a huge community center. There were a bunch of parks everywhere. Everybody was out there with their dogs and their babies and their laboo-boos. Oh man. And like the warmest it was 78, I think. Gosh, and it was just so beautiful. Yeah. Canadians still do love their cars. It's true. They got their wide open spaces too, but at least like in the metro area, this community was quite walkable. It was very nice. The American infection is real. Yeah. Oh man. Yes, there is a lot of mass transit. I took none of it. I did none. Mostly relied on Uber and driving around and stuff, but it was also very easy to find parking if you were in the city, which was really cool. I appreciated that too. It just felt nice and well planned out. Yeah. But, okay, hold on, I gotta breathe, because sometimes I talk a lot and I forget to breathe. Everything you're saying sounds fake. I know. This is what I'm saying. I have a crush on the country of Canada. I love it and I want to go back. It was wonderful. Okay. Let's do a new layer. So that was day 1. We flew there, got groceries and crashed. I think I got like pasta takeout or something like that. Oh, this was another really interesting thing. So like Vancouver is super culturally diverse, like super culturally diverse in a way that I have experienced, but not in this like ratio, I guess. Like places I've been, you know, that spout cultural diversity tend to have like one dominant and then like one secondary dominant culture. Vancouver was like 5. And so like a bunch of restaurants had like dumplings and ramen and Korean food, but also like burgers and pasta and coffee and French food, obviously. Yeah, it was cool. Just applied for your passport? Absolutely. I would, again, I'm ready to go back at any time. You let me know. Let's go. I hope you get your passport speedily. Oh, the coffee's kicking in. Hold on. Yes, Indian food and Middle Eastern food as well. Yeah, it was really cool. So yeah, even the takeout was like, oh, this is interesting. I want a burger, and then I also can get like sushi with it or dumplings. That's interesting. But okay, so Monday we went in to Vancouver proper. And we did all the like downtown touristy, not all, but we did a few downtown touristy things. Oh yes, poutine. Hello. Thank you for coming. I'm very glad you're here. I was talking about my Vancouver trip. So Monday we went to Granville Island, which, if you're not aware of what it used to be, I don't know exactly what it used to be, but it was like, you know, industrial like stuff. And it's been, now there's like, it's like a big tourist spot. Like there's a lot of restaurants and there's the Granville Island Market. And they do like yeah, well, caught me with my pants down here. I didn't fully do my research. I just knew that Granville Island was a spot to hit if you're in the city. Oh man. But so we started at Granville Island and we went to the market and writing notes for the test. Oh no. Don't worry, it's open book, open note, okay? The market was kind of crazy. Like, it was both a grocery store and also a tourist stop. So like, you know, there was like a lot of like exotic fruits there, but also like regular vegetables and things that you would like take home and cook. And then a lot of like little stands that had different like an H Mart, kinda, but more like they know there's tourists here in mass. So like there's a lot of like food stands and like a Canadian stuff store. There's a lot of those around actually. You know, maple syrup and maple cookies and maple candies and a lot of maple, a lot of syrup. I was pretty happy. Draw the market. Okay. There was a million billion people. Canada clap. Yes. There was a million bajillion little people in very tiny little passageways between all these stalls. And then there were also things in the middle of each of these. It was like the craziest mall you've ever been to. Right? And Oh my god. Had some of the best fish and oysters of my life on this trip, y'all. Oh, I was a happy bear. Very happy bear. So there's a million bajillion little people, and then Canada stuff. At the market, yes. I got, they're called Nanaimo bars. Probably not. Never figured out quite how to pronounce it correctly. But they're like a cultural or a local dessert. Oh my gosh. We didn't get fresh fish at the market. I got fresh fish at restaurants prepared for me. Served to me. After I ran around the market and stuff, got lunch on the sea and had oysters. Oh my god, they were so good. How do you draw an oyster? Kind of like that, and then here's the yummy full part, and then the rest of the shell. Something. An avocado? No. It's not an avocado. Kind of like a cloister. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. No. Do not draw the cloister. Not on this stream. Not on this stream. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye. Oh, man. But yeah, we had yummy, yummy oysters. Oh my god, I loved it so much. I literally want oysters again. Oh, and then what else? We also got yummy fish. I had a lot of really yummy fish on this trip. I was very happy. Got some Canadian souvenirs. I got some postcards from my postcard collection. This is Twitch chat part for the course. Exactly. Especially nonsense on stream. Yeah, I got postcards. So I collect postcards. I try to get one from every place I go, or at least one or two. They're my favorite cheap, small souvenir because, at worst, they're like $1. And they're easy to store, and I have a whole album. And it's like a nice little memento of all the places I've been. So I got my postcards. Also got some maple cookies and candy and stuff to share with some family. And then after the market, we went to Stanley Park, which is the entire eastern part of Vancouver. And I did not realize just looking at the map, but Stanley Park is huge. Stanley Park. And gorgeous. Oh my goodness. It's especially this time of year. There's so many flowers blooming, and it's just so green and lush and just wonderful, and the weather was perfect, and I loved it. My handwriting is nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. But so one of the things just north of downtown, not east. My bad. Thank you, map keeper. All right, let's see. Let me here's the rest of downtown. Well, actually. But yeah. The day on Monday that we went to Stanley Park, the weather was perfect. The sun was shining. It was breezy. It was beautiful. Walked around a ton. I got 10,000 steps a day on this trip. It was crazy. But we walked around. I saw the outside of the aquarium, but we did not get to go this time. it was kind of expensive, and we had a lot of things I wanted to see. And so we decided to go next time. But while we were there, we did rent some bikes. Oh no. Draw bike. Only eaten, not seen. Yeah. Listen, I'm a bear. Eating fish. Can't help it. It's my natural proclivities. Yeah, draw a bike from memory. Okay. When we were at the aquarium, we rented bikes, and now I have to draw it from memory only. Okay. Bikes have 2 wheels. No pressure. The wheels have pedals in between. And then this one's on the other side. There's a seat that you sit on. There's handlebars. These are connected somehow. Bike. Let's go! Bike from memory. Nobody knows how a bike works. Look, the bikes and horses, to draw from memory, are some of the most notable challenges the art world has ever known. I appreciate. I think I did a decent job with my little bike here. Now that we've drawn the bike, we've gotten this out of the way. So we rented bikes, and we rode them around the seawall. I want a bike too, but, well, I should say, little bikey. I took this bike, you see, and I rode this bike all the way, not all the way, halfway around the seawall. Bike done. And it was beautiful. Could smell the ocean. Everybody was out with their families having a wonderful time. There's like a separate biking versus walking path that are next to each other. So like people on bikes can go fast and people who are walking can just walk. And it's very peaceful and beautiful. However, I had a problem. I had 2 problems, actually. The first problem was draw the scene. Okay, well, let me explain the scene first, and then, because it requires more details. Move my oyster out of the way. So, on my lovely bike ride around the seawall, a few things happened. Number 1, we explored beautiful scenery, saw the ocean, saw lots of boats. There was a guy, plein air painting this really cool, like, rock that was like jutting out of the sea, and it had like a little tree on it, and then like you could see the cliff, and then like the ocean in between. It was awesome. And there was somebody plein air painting, and so I had to stop and just it was in like a place that people would stop typically. It wasn't like I just pulled over and stared at this poor guy. But on my many stops around the seawall, we did stop here to admire the painting. Yes. I didn't want to be creepy, but I was admiring. I was admiring respectfully. Can I show you a picture of this? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it, and then I'll just dump it into this. Here we go. Hold on. Taking a screenshot of this blown out picture. Okay, and boop. Yeah. Okay, hold on. This is not as nice looking as the actual scene. But yeah, there was somebody like right off to the side here painting this beautiful, beautiful scene. and the boats were there and everything. It was awesome. So my problem was twofold. Number one, I did not have water. Did not bring any water with me. And it wasn't hot necessarily, but it was hot enough that I should have had water. Rookie mistake, I know. Well, listen, I wasn't expecting to do what ended up being like a 2.5 mile bike ride around the seawall. Yeah, biking is also exercise. News to me. So no water. And then also, I'm a little bear, right? And these bikes were rentals. So it was a little too tall for me. And I had the problem, you see. I was a little too short for this big bike. Big bike, little bear. So my feet could reach the pedals if I like really stretched. It was kind of just too short for me. And since the seat was adjustable also, it kept moving. So yeah, in spite of the fact that I forgot that bike equal exercise, on a bike that was too small for me, I went 2.5 miles around the seawall with no water, all the way to, I think it was Third Beach, North Beach, Third Beach. Anyway, which was beautiful, like sandy, cozy. There was a ton of people out partying and, you know, having a great time. Yeah, who knew Canadian summer was still warm? So I got maybe heat stroke. I got a little heat stroke. The other minor detail was that I was not anticipating. I should have. In hindsight, it's very easy to see the problems that led up to this. I got a little heat stroke. I also forgot sunscreen, right? So no sunscreen, no water. Exercise on a bike that's too big for me. It destroyed my butt. I don't know if you've sat on a bike recently, but the seats are very uncomfortable. And if you're already straining because it's too tall for you, it's not good. So it's why I stopped riding them. Yeah, So I did want a bike real bad before this, but kind of kicked it out of me. So hurt my butt real bad. And I ended up getting heat stroke. Not fully. Like, I didn't collapse or anything. But I did get mighty sick, and you live in the sun. I know. I should have known. But I wasn't thinking about it. I was just enjoying my Canadian vacation. And here's me on my bike. Yeah, exactly. Perfect size comparison here. Hey, excuse me. My puppy's in here with me because he's been very clingy ever since we got home. And if he becomes, yeah, my baby's here with me. He would not stand to let me be in my computer room alone. So yes. So we got a little bit of heat stroke here. And rather than bike the whole rest of the way back around to where the bike rental was, when dog cam, when he learns to chill the heck out, dude. Right now, The only viable dog cam I could ever imagine him participating in would be if he was asleep. And he doesn't do that. Like, he snoozes, but if his attention is on you, he wants to play. And if your attention is on him, he says, "Why we not play?" Hey, can you not? Thank you. Sorry. Where was I? No sleep, only play. Yes, exactly. That's my baby. Come here. Come here. You settle down. There you go. Good dog. Good dog. That's my baby. Bike woes. Yes. Okay. So we did 4.3 kilometers of biking around the beach. Whereupon I said, I need to stop. I actually need this to be over now. Rather, I did not say that, but my body said that. I really wanted to keep going, but I would like stop and rest for like 10 minutes and still not be okay. So we'd stop for like 10 minutes and then I'd be like, okay, let's try going again. And then I would immediately just be like, my knees got weak. And I was like, actually, this isn't going to work out. So we returned the bikes up here and called an Uber. The Uber of shame to take us back to where we needed to go. While we were waiting for our Uber of shame, it was kind of funny. I accidentally crashed somebody's wedding. Now, they were getting married in a very public park on a very busy day when everybody was there. So it's not like... Yeah, Bear Crash's wedding. It's not like I was the only one there. But there was like a little restaurant that they were getting married outside of. And it was like obviously very small, but like, you know, their family and friends were like sitting in... I don't know. There were more bears. No more bears, just people. But right outside this restaurant was where we were waiting for the Uber, because that's where the road was and the parking lot and benches to sit on. But I was definitely like just right there, sitting on a bench and staring at this wedding. And like, I felt really bad. I was dressed cute at least, but it was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. I'm like sweating and heaving and can't breathe and my cheeks are all red. And then here's two people tying the knot and having hopefully the best day of their lives, and I'm in the background like so that was fun. I was gonna do other stuff after Stanley Park, but Stanley Park destroyed me. Just went and crashed for the rest of the night because I was done. I was spent. I severely underestimated the size and scope of Stanley Park and didn't do nearly everything there. And I really want to go back. Do the what do you call it? The aquarium and do all the other stuff. There's a bunch of like little cute cafes and frozen yogurt and stuff in there. It's cute. It's very cute. I loved it. Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that was Monday. That was only day one of the trip. Tuesday was Canada Day, July 1st. Was Canada Day. Yeah, I know. Here's my maple leaf. Canada Day. Did we time that on purpose? Yes, actually. I did. I really wanted to go to Canada and celebrate Canada Day because it's cool. You know, I've done July 4th my whole life as a US liver. um but yeah, I've never experienced Canada Day. And in summary, it's the same but different. It's same but different. So Canada Day, we were in Vancouver. Map. We're in Vancouver-ish. And then somewhere over here, we were thinking, let me start over. We were starting to think about going to Vancouver for their celebration, but heard that Surrey was the place to be in the West provinces for Canada Day. So we went to Surrey, and it was huge. They had this huge turnout of people, and like a bunch of different stages with all these different activities. There was a Ferris wheel, there was carnival rides and like tilt-a-whirl stuff and food trucks everywhere, haunted house, like festival episode of an anime stuff. Like it was all there. Yeah, it was. It truly was just like a big county fair. And like it was really funny to me because their like main stage, their like main entertainment for the night was a famous country band, like Canadian country. It sounds just like US country, like drank a 6-pack of beers, my boots are too tight, kind of stuff. Like, but the place I grew up is where I belong, you know. Like they're, you know, I mean, it's a lot of similarities to agricultural culture in the US, you know. Country music being what it is, it's the same anywhere you go, I guess. But everybody was out there in like cowboy hats and boots, but like Canada cowboy hats and boots. So the cowboy hats were red. And they had little maple leaves on them. And everybody was out there in like boots. It was very cute. Yes. Okay. So the name of the band was the Wreck Laws. And the guy was there. The main male singer was there. And his flannel shirt, on the back of which said, "Eh?" Oh my god. It was very funny. Like every time he turned around, I was like, wow, this is very Canadian. In ways that I had yet to discover. So, among the food trucks, I got Jappa Dog, which was apparently famous. I didn't realize. But a very notable Canadian, Japanese hot dog, street food inspired food truck. And so I got a really yummy hot dog and also takoyaki, like together. And I was like, heck yeah, I could get used to this. And then we, enjoyed a very delightful country music concert and fireworks set to, party rockin' music. Had my hot dog, my takoyaki, fireworks, and country music. But at the end of the night, it was very cute because I don't know if this gentleman was like the mayor, but he was definitely like, some important official. But he was out there up on the stage. Everybody have a wonderful Canada Day. We're so proud to be Canadian. Also, we've all had a lot of drink tonight, so make sure you catch one of our free shuttles. They're located over here. Please get home safe. Everybody be patient, stay safe, have fun, be kind to your fellow Canadians as we all leave this evening. It was like, it was just like so nice. And then there were signs on the way out that were like, please be patient and kind. Like, it was cute, responsible. Yes. Like, just nice. People were nice. It was the craziest, and like, I'll say, like, it was the most aggressive driving I saw the whole trip. And that's really saying something. It wasn't very aggressive, and people knew how to merge and and how to let other people go when you're at like a three-way stop and whose turn it is. And it was crazy. America could never. No, America could never. It was crazy. That shocked me the most, for sure. No moose rides. I don't know if I'd want to ride a moose. I think it's kind of scary. They're pretty big, right? Like, way bigger than you think. Like, you see a picture of a moose and you're like, yeah, sure, okay. But then you see it in person and it's like, they are enormous, yeah. Like trees, yeah, for sure. Oh, man. So yeah, that was Tuesday. That was Canada Day. It was pretty short compared to Monday. Monday was a very big, busy day, and took a lot out of me also. So I rested most of the day on Tuesday and then went out for Canada Day in the evening. Now, Wednesday, part of the goal for this trip, in addition to just going to Canada in general, Vancouver has a lot of Michelin star restaurants. And so, of course, there's a ton of fun and novelty in trying stuff like that. And so one of the Michelin star restaurants I went to two. One of them was Okeya Kyujiro, which is an omakase style, like, Jiro. Okay. So it's omakase style, and it's very, yeah, it was definitely probably one of the most upscale things I've ever done or will ever do, because, oh my God, I was very worried about, like, etiquette and, like, am I dressed well enough? Am I being respectful enough? Am I, do I take pictures? Do I put my phone away? Do I live in the moment? Do I capture the memories? What do I do? Because there are only 10 seats and you sit around the kitchen where the chefs are preparing your food, like, in front of you. I can't go to fancy places for that very reason. Yeah. Hold on. How many seats is this? That's close enough. So yeah, it intimidated the heck out of me, but it was extremely intimate. Yeah, especially, like, it's a hibachi. No, it's not a hibachi. Like, yeah, they didn't do the onion volcano, so kind of sucked, leaving them a bad Google review. No, definitely one of the fanciest dinners I've ever been to in my life, and it was crazy, but it was really cool once I had enough sake to loosen up. But basically there were, let me think, I think 4 chefs. There was the main head sushi chef, and then like 3 other chefs who were also like helping prepare stuff and make stuff, and then every like 2 or 3 seats there was a really well-dressed waitress in like really beautiful kimono, who would like come up behind you and be like, this is bluefin tuna with salmon roe and da 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 da. Like, that's not one of the dishes, but like, just, please enjoy. Part of the pressure was they were like, okay, there's gonna be a plate in front of you that, yeah, ASMR too. Okay, hold on. Let me do a better job setting the scene for you because I'm just kind of like frantic because my coffee is kicked in, you see, and so I'm like blah 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 blah. Right? Okay. So Okea Kujiro is described as a theatrical omakase experience. Inside your very intimate dining area is very dark, strong on the vibes. And they were playing a couple different songs from like Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle to like set the tone as like, theatrical. And like, I don't think most people would immediately recognize those as the songs like, oh, this is the finale scene from Spirited Away. But you see, two things about me. I watch those movies about once or twice a year, every year anyway. And then I also listen to the Ghibli soundtrack for like work music and background music all the friggin' time. So I recognized it immediately. Like, I feel like this might not be an appropriate comparison, but I feel like it would be like going to like a really nice steak restaurant and then hearing like, an instrumental, emotionally moving Disney song. Like as they prepared your food. But no, so like the vibes, it was dark, intimate, and theatrical. Okay. Then the waitress was like, okay, there's gonna be a plate in front of you and then a plate up on the bar. The plate up on the bar is the sushi plate. Don't touch that. That stays there. You can bring things from the sushi plate to the plate in front of you. When the chef puts the sushi on the plate, please eat it within 10 seconds. No pressure. Please eat it within 10 seconds. I said, oh, yes. Well, because it's like, oh, it's intended to be enjoyed immediately, right? Because he literally like cut up the fish and put it on the rice and made the sushi right then and there. So it's like as fresh as humanly possible, right? Like it wasn't like you were penalized if you didn't eat it in 10 seconds. And like plenty of people that were also there were like phone eats first people, which is like fine. It was totally fine. I was very nervous about like being rude about that, right? But it's kind of encouraged apparently. So I got so digested. Well, okay. So the thing about this was it's 25 courses, but each course is literally just a bite because it's sushi. Why not just have the chef hand feed you at that point? It's basically that. Like he could have just put it in my mouth. But that would be like too intimate, Somebody start dating a high-end sushi chef and let me know how that goes. Cause like, too intimate, right? But yeah. So 25 courses, but they're each a bite. Maybe 2 bite. But the sushi was definitely 1 bite. So like I have problems sometimes eating like a lot of food or eating food quickly. I had no problems with this, at least in that regard. I was intimidated, but it ended up being just fine, especially because I really love sushi, right? And again, some of the best sushi I've probably ever had. So as each course, I gotta pull up some more pictures to show you. As each course would come out, one of the chefs would bring you like the fish that they cut up and are about to feed you. Hold on 1 second, I got a cough. Excuse me. I'm talking a lot. Hold on, I gotta take a drink of water. I'm dying. I'm too excited. The coffee's got me. Okay. Okay. Whew. I'm all in a tizzy thinking about this. Okay. We've heard what happens when you don't hydrate. Yeah, well, okay. So, like I said, the chefs would literally bring out the fish you are about to eat and show it to you and be like, this is him. This is a cod. This is the tuna imported from Japan. And like I said, I felt kind of bad, but like everybody was taking pictures and like that, you know, it was kind of the point. I will show you with a warning. It's not gross. It's just, it's a dead fish, right? But it's like, it's a fish. But I'll show you a picture. If you don't want to see the fish, should I show you the fish? Is that bad? I don't know. Is that too much? What do you want to see? You want to see the eel? It's just like food pics, you know? If it's not really, it's not gory at all. It's not gory at all. Okay. Let me see here. Then we're fine. Okay, here's the eel. So they would come around with the fish and be like, this is it. Here we go. Enjoy. And then, like immediately after, place the sushi upon your plate and then you eat it. Like it was crazy. So like, here's the fish, and then the waitress would come up behind you and be like, this is eel from the blah 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 river, or the blah 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 ocean, cut and served sushi according to the chef, blah blah blah. Please enjoy. And then you eat it. It was cool. Like I said, very neat to like watch this very skilled sushi chef do his work like right in front of you, you know, like the knife work and the like really intense concentration. And they made fresh bonito flakes, which like it's like what we're doing now. Yeah, definitely. Watching you do art right in front of us. Yeah, definitely the exact level of skill comparison for sure. But yeah, it was cool. Intimidating, delicious, very cool. What other fun things about Okeokudro? Like this was like the whole day for me in terms of like space occupied in my brain. I wrote up like an entire document summary of our trip because I thought it would be fun. How long was the experience? It was about 2.5 hours. Including like a little bit of downtime in the middle and like a palate cleanser and stuff like that. 2.5 hours of eating, but it's just a single bite. Like every dish was a bite. And then anytime there was like a one that was like a little too, not too heavy, because everything was like well organized. Anytime that was like, oh, here's like a heavier one, immediately after it was like, here's a palate cleanser, here's a little fruit, here's a little bite of this, dip it in this sauce, like stuff. It was cool. It was just like perfectly designed. It was a perfectly designed meal. And it was really fun. Definitely a once in a lifetime kind of experience. Oh, and the other fun thing was, so because it's, you know, a very like kind of prestigious, not prestigious, that's not the right word, but it's a, you know, it's a high end, like cool culinary art experience. Anyway, a lot of people do it for special occasions, right? And so there was a lot of people celebrating their birthday, and they, as such, brought out this tiny piano and played Happy Birthday on it. Yeah, it is Michelin rated. It is mysterious, prestigious, mysterious. No, it is prestigious. They do have a Michelin star, right? So like, you know, but yeah, they brought out this tiny piano and like played Happy Birthday. It was very silly, tiny piano. I loved that. Um, yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, I'll keep it short because that was a family day. So I have some family in Seattle, which was really only like 2 hours from Vancouver. I was kind of surprised how close they were. But yeah, it was a family day. So drove down to Seattle to see some family that we don't get to see. It was very low key. A lot of really pretty scenery, obviously, because the Pacific Northwest is like, it's so beautiful. I love it there. I want to be there again. I want to live there. But yeah, we drove up and down in the same day. It was kind of funny, as an American visiting Canada, to cross the border by car from Canada to America and then America to Canada. Like the Canadian Border Patrol agent, when I came back, he was like, "What did you do for 9 hours in America?" I was like, I saw my family. I just saw my family. He was like, "But you don't live here." And I said, "No, I'm on vacation." And I was like, "Okay, well, have a nice vacation then." I said, "Thank you." Let the bear in. This is my natural habitat. I need to be here, please. All my stuff is still on Canada's side. I did have the thought that like I'd be screwed if they didn't let me back in for whatever reason. There's no reason that they wouldn't, because it's just tourism. But like, you know, in the event that like I go back to America, but not at all where I live, but all my stuff is still in Canada. You know, someone who was turned away? Oh no. But no, luckily everything was fine. No problems or anything. Crossing the border. But did you get any free healthcare while I was there? No, I did not. Luckily I didn't need it. In spite of the heat stroke, I didn't need it. No. Yeah. No. Did not get any free healthcare while I was there. I did enjoy the Canadian hospitality. Okay, hold on. I'll talk about like used free healthcare abroad and can recommend. That's cool. That's cool to have free healthcare. I won't get into that too much. That's depressing. This is supposed to be a cozy space. Let's go back to the positives. So, wow. Sorry, that is impressive. I know I was just saying let's go back to the positives, but $7 antibiotics, no questions asked is pretty cool. So Friday was my last day there. And after driving a bunch on Thursday and seeing family and stuff, mostly just rested. Which was really nice. If you have the luxury to just build rest time into your vacation, that's a really nice, a nice adult kind of thing. It's like, okay, did a bunch of activities. Now today's activity is to rest. Is to just enjoy the vibe, right? Rested, kind of cleaned up, got ready to leave again. And then went to our last Michelin star experience at a restaurant called Annalena, or Annalena, I'm not sure which. This was also like a set menu kind of thing. So like you go to the restaurant and it's like, this is what you're eating tonight. No choices involved. And I said, absolutely perfect. Yes, thank you. I wish every meal was like that. Just bring me yummy food and I don't have to think about it, right? Whew. Coffee, dude. Okay. So the thing with Annalena is the chef, I think they're going for their second Michelin star, if I remember correctly. So they're like really gunning for it. If you like have dietary restrictions or allergies, there's usually some kind of accommodation, but the thing with places like this is that it's generally like it's like an art piece, right? Like their set menu is an art piece. And it's curated to be experienced in a particular way. So like, you know, if you're allergic to something, yeah, it's not like a, you know, if you're like, oh, I can't have dairy, that would be tough. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure they can make adjustments and things. I am not involved in the science and the hospitality behind it for sure. But yeah, I'd be interested to know what they do in the case of severe allergies and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these places are never walk-ins. Well, I shouldn't say that because again, I don't know for sure. But you know, generally speaking, like okay, Akudro, never a walk-in. There's 10 seats for the whole night and that's it. But yeah, we'll try and find an allergy-friendly Michelin star restaurant for you for sure. Because yeah, the menu being set, yeah, that's very true. Anything can be allergy friendly if you ask nicely enough. I'm sure they could figure out kind of substitutions for you or something. So Annalena was another set menu place, like I said, where the theme was kind of like playing on like sense memory from your childhood. Like this place was very like creative and artful with food. It was neat. And their menu was like written in crayon, right? Like the title of each dish was like written in crayon and like okay, how do I explain this? The first dish was like a quote unquote futuristic cheeseburger, like a deconstructed cheeseburger. But it was like, wow, okay, draw it. Yeah, okay. I actually do have pictures of this one. I'll show you. Let's see if I can take a snippy snip. So it was a deconstructed cheeseburger, with Wagyu tartare and a cheese sauce and a caramelized onion served in a bone. And what you're meant to do is take this delicious cornbread up here, and construct your bites. Right? So it's like, sure, okay. But then you bite into it, and it's like the best burger you've ever eaten. It was so weird and so good. Texturally, obviously a little different than like a normal burger. Listen, that's the thing, right? I'm not very sophisticated either, but I can appreciate artistic intent and execution of a concept, right? And so am I going to be able to like thoughtfully expound upon the use of aerated cheese in combination with the caramelized onions, bone marrow? No, that's not my vibe. But I can do what the waiter told me to do and make a little bite as the chef artist intended, and experience what he wanted me to experience was the sense memory of the best freaking cheeseburger I've ever had, but like not at all the same. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. It's just like, it's an experience, right? Like, more than, oh, I'm just going to eat for sustenance. It's like, this is a culinary experience. That's kind of how I went into it. Also, the vibe of this place was much more relaxed than Okayakujiro for sure. Like Okayakujiro, I was like in heels and like polite, right? This place, I was in sneakers and we were chilling. It seems very roundabout for your taste. I mean, yeah, I can totally understand that. It's definitely not, I mean, I don't know. This place, I was going to say it's not for everyone, but I think they do a good job of making it more accessible. In terms of like, yeah, come see what the chef is trying out. Come have this weird food experience where every dish is like thematic. Like, what's another one? This was the futuristic cheeseburger thing, definitely like the star for me. It was the first dish and it was also like extremely creative. Let's see. Oh, there was also like this other dish where it was like an oyster emulsion with like tarragon, and then like a hush puppy and a broccoli. And like, I can't remember what the dish was called, but like the whole dish was visually and tastily green. Like, that was the whole point. It's just like, this one's green. Enjoy. And like, it was really yummy. It was really interesting. Once again, like, small-ish portions for sure. You know, nothing was an entire meal's worth in just one dish. Same time frame, roughly, yes. The other interesting thing was, both of our waiters were, or not the waiters. I guess one was like a server and one was like a host. Anyway, they were both Scottish. They were very, very nice. But I just thought it was interesting because I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then, you know, I was trying like really hard not to be so American. But everybody would just be like, so where are you from? And I'd be like, the US. But yeah. After Annalena, I was exhausted. This was like the very last thing we did on the trip. And it was amazing, very cool, very interesting. And I'm going to be eating peanut butter and jelly and instant ramen and tuna salad on crackers for a long time. Yeah, I'm an American bear. You got me. Huh. But yeah. So, I gotta take another sip of water. 1 second. So yeah, then Saturday, flew home, cleaned up, said goodbye to Canada. I was genuinely sad leaving. Like, I was like, I don't want to go. I love it here. It's really nice. But I did have to come home from my baby dog, who has not left my side. My sweet baby boy. He's actually been very good this whole stream. This is the quietest he's ever been on one of my streams. But yeah. Yeah, right. He's being very well behaved right now. But I also took him OUT and PLAYED with him a lot. so he would be tired. Yeah. Oh, I'm tired now too. He's all puppered out. Cute. But yeah, flew home. The most interesting thing that happened on my flights home was that yeah, the flights back were great. I screen cheated Mickey 17 twice. Both flights, the person, like, hold on, let me get a layer I can draw on. The person diagonal in front of me was watching Mickey 17, which is a great movie. I love Mickey 17. But they were perfectly watching it. Two different people right between, because like I guess they were watching it with the person next to them, right? Yeah, it was a wild way to experience that movie, especially because like I've already seen it, and like I said, I love Mickey 17. It's a really good film. Really enjoyed watching it. And then like, you know, I appreciate the lost art of just kind of like zoning out and being bored in times where I can't like be on my phone and use technology. So I tend to like, you know, zone out, look out the window, people watch, whatever. Just listen to music and vibe. And so every once in a while I would like, you know, come out of my there was Wi-Fi on the flight actually, but I just didn't use it. I don't know. Like they had their like in-flight entertainment thing, and then I think maybe you had to pay for Wi-Fi if you wanted to like go on other stuff besides their, you know, in-flight entertainment thing. But yeah. So yes, I screen cheated Mickey 17 twice. No sound, but they had the subs on, so I could see what was happening. And I felt bad because like, I don't know. Obviously, like, that's awkward. Like, you don't want to be doing that. I wasn't doing it on purpose. I just had nowhere else to look. You know, you're on an airplane, and like, this is unrealistic. This is way more room than anybody's ever had, right? Realistically, you're like this on an airplane. But yeah, screen cheated Mickey 17 twice. Watched someone watching Kanto on a flight before. Yeah, it's hard not to. You're all in tight quarters, and then, you know, if you don't have your own thing going on, you're like, ooh, bright, shiny, what's that? Right? But yeah, that was my trip. Came home, unpacked a little bit, picked up my dog, got a Labubu off of Facebook Marketplace, and here I am. Oh man. Watched a kid watching Pokemon the first movie. Oh, that is a great choice. See, the thing with Mickey 17 on the plane is it was a little too long, or like they didn't start it exactly when they should have. And so this happened both times. I was like, oh no, they haven't gotten to the part where happens. Oh no, they're not going to finish. Oh no, they're not going to see the end of this great movie. They're going to make them put their laptop away before we have to, before we get to the satisfying ending. Oh man. What's Kinds of My Kindness? I've never heard of that one before. I do know what you mean though. It feels weird to like look at, like, if you're like trying to read manga or like, you know, watch stuff on your phone that you're like, I don't want other people to look at my screen, but it's impossible not to because you're all in tight quarters and cramped and stuff. I'm kind of reaching my limit on plane travel and stuff, you know? Like, I really enjoy traveling, and I even enjoy flying. But the seats they got on these airplanes nowadays... Hold on, let me... The seats they got on these airplanes nowadays, when you're a thick girl, it's not happening for you. It's hard out there for a thick girl on an airplane, okay? Especially when you're a cheap middle seat buyer like myself. I'm rubbing thighs with everybody on that airplane next to me, and nobody can do anything about it. I don't like it. Oh, God. It's like, I don't want to have to buy a first class ticket on an airplane just to maintain my personal space, you know? I don't know. Airplane seats are a nightmare. They really are. They are. They're very uncomfortable. Like, I'm a thick girl, but I'm still quite short, right? So proportionally, like, I'm still kind of making it work. I don't know how people who are larger and taller than me can even do this. The people that lean the seats all the way back as if they're trying to kill you, yeah, crazy, dude. I will check that out later for sure. Kinds of kindness? Kinds of my kindness? Ooh, hello. Excuse me. Let me back up. But yeah, I'll check out Kinds of Kindness later for sure after stream. Yeah, thank you. Send it in the Discord. That would be wonderful. But yeah, that was my wonderful Canada trip. I already miss it. I want to go back, but I'll cope. Me and my Labubu. Thank you. So, part of the story that I think you might have missed is that while I was in Canada, everybody had, not everybody, again, not everybody, I'm exaggerating, but I was mildly interested. Mildly is maybe too generous. I was very interested in obtaining a Labubu. And then while I was on my trip, I saw a ton of people with Labubus, and they were so cute. And some people had little clothes for them, and they just they had them on their keys and on their bags and on their like fanny packs, and they're just their little friends and their little boo babies. I fully saw somebody with a Labubu car seat. Like, it was a tiny little doll seat, and you put it like, you could like clip it to the air vent, you know, like you would clip like a car air freshener to like the air vent. It was the same kind of thing, but it was a little Labubu car seat, and they put their little La baby boo boo in it. It was the most extra ridiculous thing. Like, La Babby. It was ridiculous. But yeah, so like, I think about it the same way, like you with your Yoshis. I think about it like me with my Beanie Babies, right? It's the same. Because I'm the same little bear grown up, and this is the new Beanie Baby. It is my little Labubu baby. I'm not getting a Labubu car seat. That is a bit too much. But I will be bringing my Labubu with me places. My lore for my Labubu. I don't know my name yet. I don't know her name yet. We have sort of the money. Exactly. She's my birthday present to myself. Yes. And she will tell me her name. I think you're right. She'll tell me her name. She's perfect. I love her. It's very silly. Very, very silly. Birthday? Birthday soon? Yeah, my birthday is July 22nd. So like, Soon. It's some number of days from now. It's coming. Exactly. Birthday stream? Probably. Probably. I've seen a lot of people do like like birthday marathon streams and stuff. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't thought the birthday plans yet. On a Tuesday? July 22nd's on a Tuesday? I'm going to take your word for it. Yeah. It'd be fun. Maybe I'll do a birthday stream. I don't know. Yeah. It's a big birthday for me because I will be turning older. Yeah. I don't know what I'll do for my birthday stream though. I'll have to find some games or something. Oh man. I feel like since I've been gone on this trip, like the popular games from a week ago are like old news and now it's all totally different stuff. Soon we'll all be redacted. Exactly. Yes. Yes, Uma Musume! Uma Musume! Uma Musume! That's what I was gonna say! While I was gone, I saw the meteoric rise of the horse girls! Horse stream when? I don't know. Heck, man. Maybe Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday. Here's my thing. I don't know anything about Uma Musume, but I love an animal girl, so let's do it! We should watch the new one. Yeah, it's an anime, right? But yeah, it's like a horse stakes racing game. And isn't it like a gacha thing where you like pull the different horses? I know it's an anime. I remember it being an anime a few seasons back. Oh, but you don't have to pay anything. That's good news. But yeah, I'm definitely down to try some Uma Musume. Maybe I'll do that on Tuesday. Cursed content? Listen. From what I understand, they're just delightful horse girls that I think are based off of like real horses, right? Like they're real horses at some ranch. Yeah, right? That's actually so cute. Does it seem cursed? Does it seem cursed? I mean, famous horses? Yeah. Listen, if it's cursed, then curse me. Look, I'm a bear girl. They're horse girls. I see no problem. Well, because it's like they're oh, hold on. Sorry. They're hardly sexualized. Yeah, that is nice. But yeah, like from what I understand, isn't it like sports anime vibes? Where they're like, you know, they're training for the big race. You're their trainer? Okay, okay. Well, listen. The horse girls would be safe in my hands. I promise. But yeah. I shall perhaps then try an Uma Musume stream at some point. I can guide you into this experience together in a friendly, accessible, cozy way. That sounds fun to me. Play our best girl, Haru Urara. Cute. Cute. Okay. Well, I guess I'm playing Uma. Hey! Ollie says hi. She in her real life has a record of 0 wins, 213 losses. Oh, sweet baby. Well, listen. The best loser. Oh. Just happy to be there. Listen, she's got the right attitude. Okay? She's got the right attitude. I love that for her. Okay. Well, Uma Musume stream on Tuesday then. I'll do it. I'll figure out how to download it and play it. I'm assuming it's on Steam. Everything's on Steam, right? Yeah. If it's not, I'll figure it out. But that sounds fun. I'm excited. I want to try streaming a lot this month. People play it on Android PC app. Huh. Okay. Oh, it's a phone game. You know, that makes sense. That does make sense. Well, a ton of people have been streaming it, so I'll figure out how they do it and see if I can get it done for Tuesday. If not, I'll let you know. Come here, puppy dog. Firm belief. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this has been a good stream. I'm excited for the Uma Musume one too. I'll have to do some more research on other games to play too. I've been seeing a lot of people play Peak, which is like, I think a mountain climbing game or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy you didn't forget this time too. I'm glad you're here. Oh yeah, date everything too. Date everything too. That's true. That's true. Peak is a game we should play together. Yeah. Yeah. That would be fun. I don't know. What else is popular on Steam right now? Seems less fun solo. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Let's see. Let's see. Let me open up Steam. My son. Okay. He's awake now. Hey, come here. Yeah, I imagine mountaineering solo does seem very dangerous in real life as well. Oh yeah, Mario Kart too, but I don't have a Switch 2, so womp womp. A Freddy Fish stream? That sounds awesome. You have one in the box? Well, what are you doing, man? Get on that Switch. The other thing I've seen people playing a lot on the Switch is the GameCube games, which does sound fun. You're just watching other people play it. And yeah, I mean, it's Mario Kart, right? Like, it's Mario Kart. Not that it's not fun, but it's still Mario Kart. Yeah, the GameCube games are also the main reason why I would want one. I'm definitely holding off because much like the Labubu situation, I'm too worn down for the exclusivity, the rush to get a difficult to find product. I'm too tired. I'll enjoy it vicariously until it's my time in the sun. You know, I'm not gonna rush. Ah, yeah, Donkey Kong. That seems fun. Also one that I think I'd rather watch someone play for now, for sure. Yeah, just made an attempt to get it, now I have it. Yeah, that's exactly how I want to do it too. Like, admittedly, I looked for it when I was in Canada, because I was like, I don't know, what if they have one? I'll declare it when I go through customs. But yeah, no, obviously they didn't have any. And yeah, because if it just happens serendipitously, then it happens. And then it's meant to be, and then I'll have it. Who thinks it's easy to get? I mean, maybe like if you were part of that initial wave, but yeah, I've never seen one in the wild. Yeah, I imagine it does vary pretty heavily across the country. Like, again, looking in the Vancouver metro area, I'm pretty sure it would be impossible. There's just a ton of people there. But I don't know. Maybe if you're more rural. Although I imagine if you're rural and the store only has like, 4 Switch 2s or whatever, and you and the other 10 nerds in town are all gonna be fighting for scraps. Oh no! That's so dramatic that somebody bought the last one right in front of them. That is the saddest story. That's devastating. That is a big oof. Rip to a real one. Especially when you have to wait in line all that time, right? For, I'm assuming, hours, probably. That's not how I want to spend my time. I don't want to wait in line. Yeah, buddy. We don't want to wait in line. Exactly. I have limited time upon this earth. I don't want to spend it waiting in a line. The lines have gotten out of control. To have to spend all day, even like 2 hours, even 2 hours spent in line. That's not the activity for me. That's not what I want. I want the thing, right? Like, can I help you? Come here. Sorry, I know you guys can hear him. Yeah, that's the other thing with the Switch as well. Like, I remember the first wave of Switches. Like, it was this big, exciting thing. It was literally in the pandemic, right? And, but then they had the upgraded one, and then they had the Switch Lite if you just wanted handheld, and then they did the OLED Switch, so, Oh, wait. It was 2017? Oh. Oh, no. Yeah! Time certainly does pass, huh? Oh, God. 10 years ago. No, I'm misremembering. Animal Crossing came out in the pandemic, which is what I got my Switch for. Yeah. 2017. 2017, Bubbles. Can you believe that? PS5 was also 2017? That's crazy. I know, my Bubbles wasn't even alive yet. He was just a twinkle in my eye. Actually, he was born in 2020. My Bubbles was born in 2020. My baby son. Yes, my baby dog son. Yeah! You've been such a good boy! Yeah! Shh, stop. You're peeking my mic. Oh, man. Well, this has been very fun. I didn't draw... Hey, can you not? Just give me a minute. Just wait. Okay? Just wait. I was expecting to, like, draw more seriously. But I might need to cut just a little bit early and go take care of my boy. He, to be fair, has been very, very good this whole stream. It has been fun. He's been a very good boy, but I think he's at his limit. We do reward good behavior. We reward the behavior we want to see. So, I'll post this doodle, I guess. Because that's kind of silly. But yeah, I will cut stream just a little bit early. I'll try not to make a habit of it. I want to stream for, at least 2 hours at a time usually. Thank you! I'm proud of this one. I was just trying to warm up before the stream, and then this happened before I even knew it. Me and my new boo-boo baby. Yeah! I'm really glad I got to tell you guys about my trip. It was very fun. Yeah, I know, Bubba's. I'm trying. Hold on. He wants to go PLAY in the BACKYARD. He probably also needs dinner too. Yeah, he got to hear the trip too. It's true. If you missed it, well, there's two options. I can tell you about it, or also, there's a VOD. Nice spelling skills. Yes. Very nice, very nice. I know, Bubs. Okay. Well, my boy is demanding my attention. Thank you guys very much for coming. I appreciate y'all being here. This has been really fun. I'll try and stream Uma Musume on Tuesday, I guess. Hey, just wait. 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 Okay. But yeah, I'll try and stream Uma Musume on Tuesday. It sounds like fun. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much again for coming and hanging out with me. This has been wonderful. I'll see you guys soon. I love you. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.